we're trying to do this exercise where we are practicing manipulating the opponent's shield and sword, mostly the opponent's shield, to create openings, but not so much to create openings to gain an advantage to make a kill, but mostly just to see where it goes. And this goes both ways, which means that when Per is manipulating my shield, I will, instead of recovering and putting strong against strong, I will try to also apply weak against strong, so to see where it takes me. And this way we hope to discover some counterintuitive moves. And in fact, earlier this evening we discovered one which was interesting, and we will probably develop it as a technique, or at least as a kind of a technique. But at least just to explain that this exercise is about manipulation of the shield rather than gaining the advantage to kill. This might look weird, and in fact, many of the moves are not tactically sound, obviously. But it doesn't matter, because the point of the exercise is to exercise the mind as well as the body, to recognize that sometimes there are alternate routes that we just haven't discovered yet, and we just need to put ourselves sometimes in a position that's not as enticing as what we know. So we try to get into positions that we don't know how to use in order to see what possibilities there are. Sort of like seeing possibility in crisis. Let's try some more. This is also a good place to be changing hands if you want to, because that also because it's a rather a safe exercise to do, because we're not competing to hit each other, but rather we're just experimenting. And this changing the hand not only trains the body but also very much the brain. Let's try it. Still need to try to maintain an orderly posture and try to work the correct body movements. It's just that the movement of the shield and sword becomes kind of strange. So, but it's a lot of fun.
Pretty weird. What I discover very fast that
You're not a lefty.
my sword just becomes inactive.
Oh yeah, when you change to left, yes. Okay, a bit more. So now we can slowly try to take it into more combat-like moves. So we can try to recognize the kills as they appear and try to not be as erratic if we can.
Yes.
Because then, as you slowly, if you are in the mindset of experimenting with the shield and the sword to manipulate the opponent, then slowly transitioning into kind of sparring, kind of slow sparring, where you sort of tighten up your own defense, but still try to manipulate the opponent. That way, you're in the right mindset to fight, covering yourself while opening the opponent. And it's a good exercise to do to get into all of the stuff you
And
can
also
do from the
still
mind.
following the manipulation.
Yeah.
So don't struggle too much against.
Yeah, so you don't tense up, because the worst thing to do if you want to do the kind of sparring that has a nice flow to it is to just go tense up. So you just stand here and applying a lot of force in the bind, so you just go pushing against each other, almost clenching your teeth as well. Whereas if you can sort of let the flow work for you rather than against you. That means that you are able to think while you are fencing, because you're not tensing up. Because tensing up in your body also sort of dulls your senses. You can't really feel through the shield or the sword, and it becomes more difficult to see openings and to see avenues of pressure or control.
Og så tempoet en lille smule ned.